Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Mrs. Virgo. You know. I just wanted to let people know because they always be asking me like, oh, your fish so cute. They so big. Boop, boop, boop. So I just got finished cleaning. That's why I didn't change so y'all can see that this is a full-time job. You see how wet I am from changing water and stuff like that? Okay. I just started doing my fish tank for the this February be 2 years. Dang, that was quick. This February be 2 years. So I have Suicide, Biggie, Smalls, and Goldie. I have a video up with them when I cleaned their tank 3 weeks ago. I have 2 filters because I have 2 Japanese algae eaters, and they do poop a lot. Fish poop. I only can speak for freshwater fish because I don't have saltwater fish. And these fish particularly have to be in 74-degree temperature to 80. They cannot be in cold water. I have a purple horn chitlet who is Oscar. I said Oscar. Suicide. I'm sorry. That's my baby. I'm tired. I just finished. It took me 2 hours. Like, if you really want to clean it correctly, it takes like an hour or two. I have electrical pump for the water to go in to, transfer the dirty water out and then put the clean water in. So you have to clean the filters. I have 2 filters because of how much they use the bathroom. Yes, algae eaters are in there to clean the bottom of your tank and the inside of your tank. This is true. But they still have to poop, people. What, you think they just eating and not making a bowel movement? You see what I'm saying? Like, it got I'm not even gonna lie, the poop got even more thicker since they've been in there. And they the youngest, besides Goldie. I got Goldie in August. He's the smallest. He's the new addition. But when we got this tank a year ago, I had bought 10 fish, and out of the 10, the original 10, Suicide is the only original out of the 10. Because me and my husband, we read up on the fish and stuff like that. But it's more to it than that. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can read up on it, but to actually deal with it hands-on is totally different. You see what I'm saying? Because you got to, I had to remember, and so did he. You got to remember, they can't talk. They not like dogs and cats where they can come up to you when they don't feel good and they lay in front of you and stuff like that. You actually have to pay attention to them. You do. Because they could die just like that. I'm not even gonna lie. All that money that you put into them, because everyone I got was a baby. My husband got the Japanese algae eaters. They grow rapidly. They grow as big as the tank gets. Right now I have a 55. I'm trying to get 100-gallon next year. Keep the 55 and put piranhas in there or blue Oscars. I haven't decided yet. What else? Oh yeah, I feed them twice a day now. When they was babies, I would feed them at least 4 times a day. Cause when fish are babies, they eat a lot. Just like a human. They eat a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really love to eat. So I use this stuff. Oh God. Hold on, let me go get it. I think it's on the table in here. Nope, I put it in the closet. I'm too fast, y'all. So I use this for stress-free coat. It's for tap water to take the chlorine and all the dirt out of the aquarium so your fish won't get sick and die. I use a teaspoon of salt with it after I change the water over. This is to treat infections and whatever else, cuts, cuts, tore fins, things like that. But only use 3 caps of that, because that can kill your fish too if you don't read it correctly and do it like you're supposed to. When you use that infection one, you also use it for 7 days. After 7 days, you also change 25% of the water. You're supposed to take 25% out and transfer 25% new water in, and then use that stuff I showed you for the tap water and the chlorine to clean the water so they'll be safe. These are the filters I use as well. I use these because of the charcoal inside of it. It keeps the tank cleaner and longer than the regular filters. I told you I just finished cleaning it, and here they go. Looking like somebody lost they lost their best friend. Hi, Suicide. Hi, man. Hi, man. You gonna say hi? He over it. He like, you done cleaned the tank and you ain't feeding us. I'm over it. But that's the thing. I recommend that. I'm sorry if y'all want to see the whole tank. Yeah, he over it. But I just cleaned the tank and I just added the stuff for the tap water. So I don't want to rush to feed them. Once I put their medicine and stuff in there, I try to give them at least an hour so it can work its way through the water and through them and, the filters and stuff, and then I'll feed them. But as you can see, my algae eaters is too big. I used to put them in a 5-gallon bucket, but I use that bucket to transfer the water back and forth. Now, mind you, my husband got them. I'm thinking that they was going to turn a year this month. He said they don't turn a year until March of next year. And you seen how big they was. When he gave me them, they was this big. I lie to y'all not. They was this big. They was all white with some hard brown designs all over them. I watched them grow into grown into their adulthood, because they'll be a year next year. It's crazy how I watched them transfer. But I have them because of my niece. Because as a child, my mom really wasn't into a whole bunch of pets you gotta attend to. If you are trying to get fish, I'm gonna let you know right now, they are expensive. Without the fish, all the accessories and the medication and the treatments you gotta get and the filter and the tank, this cost me like $2,500. Like real talk, $2,500. The tank I want right now, the 100-gallon tank, is $25 to $2,900. Keep going up and down. I'm trying to get it by tax time because it should be down by then, since I missed Black Friday. But oh yeah, and you see the bubbles in there. Them bubbles is not for decoration, people and children. All fish need to breathe. You gotta understand, they don't live and walk around and breathe oxygen like we do. So that's how a couple of my fish died too, because I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking that people just put the bubbles in there, just put it in there. You know what I'm saying? My father had a fish tank when I was little, but I really didn't ask a whole lot of questions. When you were a kid, you just looking at the fish and you tapping on the glass, doing normal kid stuff. So I noticed how they were breathing one day. You can still see a fish breathe, and it was short breath. You can see their fins going like that, like it was pausing, like a person when we be trying to breathe when we can't breathe. So I'm like, what's wrong? You know what I'm saying? Because anybody that know me, if I care about some person, plant, pet, whatever, it bothers me. So I drove my husband crazy, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. I drove him crazy. Suicide. It was a yellow yellow parrot chitlet, because he's a chitlet too. He's a purple chitlet. So, purple hornet chitlet. I'm sorry. Purple hornet chitlet. I read up on all my fish. I didn't just grab them because I got them all from different states. Like, they didn't just come here. The algae eaters is from here because my husband grabbed them. But my fish came from Indianapolis, came from California. Like, my fish came from different states because I ordered them online and I looked them up and I know what I want. Now, the whole reason I got this fish tank is because I wanted crawfish because I thought they were pretty. They were blue. But I feel like crawfish, after having them and after he molded, because when they mold, they come out their shell, and they said it's extremely painful. I read up on it. I felt so bad because that was the original Biggie and Smalls in there. They were crawfish. They were blue the first year I had the tank. Got the tank. So, after he, molded and stuff, he changed. His shell was so hard, yo. Like, it was green, yellow. It had all these different designs, but he still had blue, but it was like dark blue. It was like lightning bolts going through him. Like, he was so tough. And he did it with the fish in there. But I feel like crawfish need to mold in a tank alone. I think it was just too much going on in the tank because probably like a couple days later, Biggie died. So it took me a minute to get this Biggie and this Smalls. Because I was mad. So I cleaned the tank. And I don't know what happened, but Butters had, I said Butters, Butterscotch, because I had a butter and a scotch. They was the yellow ones. So Scotch, the boy, I was wondering why Suicide was swimming around the corner of the tank, because he's always swimming back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's what he does. So he was swimming in the corner, and he just looked so sad, y'all. And that was my niece, Farrah's favorite fish, So when I seen Scotch, I automatically caught an attitude. Like, I stomped away from this aquarium so mad because they was the last two, of the regulars of the 10, and everybody, like, that's the only chitlet that eats out your hand. Like, as a parrot or like a dog, they are people community friendly. So I even used to let kids come in here last summer and watch them eat out my hand and stuff. Now, Butters, I do want another one of her. I do want another one of Scotch too. Scotch had them big, bulky eyes. Like, he looked real, like, simple and goofy. But Butters, the girl, honey, everybody that's seen her, adult, chick, child, male, fell in love with that yellow fish when she came out of any house or whatever I had in there. I'm talking about, it looked like somebody drew this fish. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, she had a pretty black eye. She had an eyebrow, y'all. I never seen no fish with no eyebrow. She had an eyebrow. I'm not lying. I'm not even BSing. She had an eyebrow. And her eyes was so seductive. That's what everybody said. Even when a cop came here because I had to take care of something, and he seen him and he was like, that is just a pretty seductive fish. Like, she just so seductive looking. I was like, that's what I thought it was just me. Man, the crawfish, Biggie and her got to fighting because I got this house in here now that y'all saw in the tank. That's when I first got it. So they used to fight about who was going to be in there. So that's what happened to Butters. She got into a fight with the crawfish. I didn't know. I changed them in their bowls. I put the crawfish in their bowl and I put the fish in their bowl. So when Babe was getting ready to help me put them back in, he was like, oh my God. He's like, what's wrong with Butters? So I was like, what you mean what's wrong with Butters? She's fine. He was like, no, she's not. She's laying to the side. Man, when I tell you, because like I said, I had the medication to heal her. Because I could have treated her if I would have knew, because she was still swimming around. You know what I'm saying? When I put in the bowl. And from me transferring the water back and forth, and I'm looking at them, but I'm still, getting everything clean, taking out the dirt and putting in the clean. So I really didn't see that she turned to the side. That was the only time I seen that fish eyes open like this. Like, they were big. Her eyes was never open. Like, they were open, but they was always seductive, like all bougie. Like, they was never looking like they about to pop out her head. So I'm like, man, my husband, we looking in the light trying to see, what happened. Because she's in the bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, the crawfish in a whole nother bowl. So, the crawfish, because Biggie was big. Like, he used to come out of that house when they would sleep at night and I would come to feed them. He would come out of that house, I swear to God, y'all, and sit in the middle of that tank and wait to eat. And after he eat, everybody else can eat. That's how Biggie was. The crawfish I had in here, the first Biggie. So when I seen her side, because I said, oh my God, babe, look at her side. It was cut like a C. That means he took his claw and said swipe while they was in the house. Because I seen them fighting in the house. But I couldn't see everything. Because they're in the, you know, they're in their house, the fish house. I can't see. I can only see them coming back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was good because they always used to fight like that. Like, Biggie would be in the house one day and put Butters out. Butters go in there and put him in there Butters go in there one day and put Biggie out. So I thought everything was just cool. Like, they had their little method. Like, your day, my day, your day, my day. I guess that was her day. That was the end of it. But I know I'm not looking cute like I usually do. I'm in the house and I'm cleaning up. I'm not cleaning no fish tank and transporting no poop. You know what I'm saying? Their poop is in their filters, and it's sometimes it'll be on the houses and stuff like that. It depends on how long it's been since you changed the water. So I'm not putting on no clean stuff, no wig, because I got dreads. My hair is in here. It's in here. But it's growing rapidly, y'all. Like, oh my God. It's growing so fast. So fast. Like, it's bugging me out. Like, I'm not mad, but it's bugging me out because now I gotta find some type of dreadlock cream. Because the dreadlock cream that I was using before I started using Kaleidoscope, you know, to help my hair grow. Thank you, Big Booty Judy and the Brat. I love y'all too. At least her product really works. I appreciate it. I ain't got my hair shaved on the sides. My hair done grew back in like it wasn't even gone. It's just that them dreads are smaller because my other dreads is longer. But you get the point in the picture. Thank you for, you know, being about your word and your woman anatomy, your womanness, and feminist. That's what I meant to say, feminist. I'm sorry, I'm watching them fight. You're feminist, and you know, I'm just happy that it worked. And anything you want to know about freshwater fish, you know, kids, whatever. Now, Suicide, he was a baby. They were all like 4 weeks, 5 weeks when I got them. Fish are not cheap either, regardless if they babies or not. And Lord knows if they a breeder, you gonna kick out some money. Suicide was small. They was all like this when I got them. Suicide had a mate too. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to her either. It's between my husband and his homeboy. Nobody trying to claim her death, but whatever. I love him. Like, it's like Suicide. The fish are very good for people that has depression, anxiety, which I suffer from. Anxiety, depression is new right now, on and off, but anxiety is definitely not new. So they will keep you real relaxed. That's why I'm sitting here with them. If you just want to be like on some, now I sage too. I haven't done it in a while, but I burn sage too. So that's definitely the right animal to have around because it's going to be quiet. Nothing's going to mess up, you know what I'm saying, your prayers, your chanting, however you do sage. But I did want to share this with people that want fish and stuff like that. They're not bad, but they are a full-time job. Don't think you're going to get a fish and that's going to be the end of it. Like, nah. Like, you really going to have to cater like they're children. Like, they really like kids. Like, you want to clean up behind them. And if you can't take the smell of poop, because everybody poop is different, and their poop is different, I will say that, then you might not want to pick this pet, because it took me a minute to get used to it, because I was used to dogs and cats. I was like, oh no, why does it smell like that? Look at them. This is what I go through. The allergy eaters. You see Biggie? That's Biggie, the big one that's trying to flip upside down and do all this crazy stuff. Move. Cut it out. Get it together. Cut it out. Y'all got company. Say hi to the V babies. I feel shy. That's my man right there. That's him right there. Hi, handsome. He's so sweet. That's my baby. And it's crazy because I'm gonna let you know right now, I've been talking to them since they was babies. And one thing for certain, they just like cats and dogs. They know your voice, they know your vibration, all of that. When I come in here, they all come swimming towards the end of the tank if I'm walking towards the back. If I'm walking towards the kitchen, they swim on the other side. If they try to get my attention, if they hungry or something. It's crazy. Well, that's the end of the tutorial for freshwater fish and cleaning the tank. Oh yeah, that's what I meant to say too. When you clean your tank, do not use no cleaning products or you will kill your fish. You are to clean and wash off everything with hot or warm water. That's what I forgot to tell you. No cleaning products. If you're going to use a rag, that is their rag. Make sure you keep that rag, period. And that's about it. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Thank you, V babies, for coming in, and we are out.